Okay, welcome in everybody to Animal Crossing Wild World. We're back with this. Um, Sorry for the stream being late. I was attempting to get a Nintendo Switch too. Um, at this moment, it is not clear whether I can or not. I was trying to order it through Walmart, but it is just not showing up. I'm seeing the accessories, but it's clearly not available yet. So I will be periodically keeping an eye on that and refreshing the browser or something just to see if it would update or something. Maybe I get lucky. But yeah, we're gonna try to keep on top of that. Maybe I get lucky. But chances are I'm probably gonna try to stay up and see if I can go to my store at 6 a.m. And if things don't work out, I'll just go to work as usual, I guess. But anyway, we're here. Let me readjust my stuff here. There we go. Raining again. So today has been okay. Had a good time on Crash Team Racing. Then I went to the card store as usual. I'll get into more details later. Gabby. Thanks for being so nice to me and Zellington. I'll cherish your memories forever, totally forever. Sincerely, Gabby. So Gabby didn't stick around for long. I'll probably give it around to 2 or 3 a.m. before any real changes happen to the website, but I'm still going to check. But anyway, hope everybody's had a decent night tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and crush the bugs. I could be real weird and say, I hope streaming live messages needs to go out. Oh. Shit. Thank you for reminding me. Somehow I just totally didn't do it. There we go. I was gonna say, be kind of funny and say, hey, future me, how's the Switch 2? But that's probably gonna be quite some time if things are going as bad as they are. I was just being silly. But, because most of the time I will actually come back and listen to my videos. Just on a whim. Mega Gargloid. Oops. Hey, Amir. Whenever it rains, it makes me feel like I did when I was a little girl. I was so innocent back then, before I learned the cruel ways of the world. And what do you want with me? Okay. I'd hate to clean a place with as many rooms as yours, Frumph. But then, if it were me, I'd keep someone around to do it. Like a houseboy. Okay. Man, when I do crunches in the rain, I can't tell if I'm sweating or just wet. It stinks. Without my own sweat meter, how do I know if I'm working to the max? That's when I tell myself it'd help if Z-Wolf worked out with me. Enough of that, though. Okay. Hey, you thinking of looking near trees is a good way to nab a spider? Well, I'm thinking so, and catching bugs is my passion, baby. So you better not turn this place into a concrete jungle bouquet. Rip shirt. Where did I hear the ping? Oh. He has a problem with the whole spider thing. I think rain prevents spiders, potentially. You know the old saying, rain came down and washed the spider away. Ah. I'm looking for the buried items and also bugs I haven't seen yet. Or, you know, just bugs in general. Rip off the shirt. Yep. Fuck. I keep missing it. Doop, 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 doop. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to show up. I don't know, I keep refreshing the page occasionally. Stop worrying about it, Z. I should. But, you know. Pick up the weed instead of doing everything else. Uh-oh. Well, I'm glad I found this, actually. Man, the bugs are out in droves tonight. So save. No way. That damn thing shows up when I don't expect it. Thank you for the bits, Eel. Damn, that's disappointing. I didn't even have my slingshot on me. There was no shot in hell I was getting that. Fuck you, Gulliver. Sorry for the language and aggressiveness. That is the second time that thing has eluded me. Starting to be desperate for something to go right tonight. Oh well. I also kind of wish I had rewind on this, but you know, that's not just something you can have. You gotta find a very specific program to do that with. Okay, so that's what now? 2 fossils out of 3. I bet English. I guess I'll start shaking trees. That'll be the quickest way to find the fossils, most likely. And then after that, we'll do a little bit of fishing, because someone said that the Arapaima shows up in July, last stream. Not June. And this is currently June inside the game, because of all the day skipping. So what's everybody up to tonight? Depending on how tonight goes for myself, Friday will either be the Switch 2 or Night Rain. One of the two. Ooh, salt and vinegar. It seems like every time I eat salt and vinegar chips, I get sores on the side of my mouth. Yes, Chief? Hey, Z-Wolf, you're not doing anything big, right? Of course not. That's why you gotta sneak a peek at this letter. Try your luck. I'll give you 10,000 bells if you can guess what I'm thinking. Nope, it's not that. Better luck next time. Alright, that was just a trick. How was it, Harumph? Makes you feel kind of queasy, right? But you know, I think that's what I like the best about it, yeah. Copy paste message. The chicken appears. Well, yeah? Hey, Zoowolf, honey, are you interested in a bold check shirt? What's that? What, you don't know? Well, maybe you're better off that way, honey. Fine, whatever, I didn't need it. That was my way of saying no. Well, I mean, that's the way it made me say no. I have no idea where these bees are. Found them. When I press B and it doesn't pick up the weed, and I press Y out of desperation, and then it opens the menu. Oh boy, two cranky villagers talking to each other. Come on. Taking a sip of my drink. Checking Walmart. Nothing. Hey Kabuki, do you ever thought about getting married? Me? What about you, Chief? No. Hey. Me neither. Yeah, it's nothing but a bunch of hogwash if you ask me. But living the rest of your lives alone is sort of depressing, Harumph. Yeah, I guess you're right. It is a little depressing, honey. But don't we talk about this every time we run into each other? I guess the real question is, which one of us will escape the bachelor life first? May the best man win, Harumph. Oh. They both got sad over that. That's reasonable. Their catchphrase didn't help anything either. Hold on. Okay. Who was it that said that? Maple? Maple said honey. So she's infected everybody with the catchphrase honey. And it ever so slightly sounds sentimental. So everybody starts sounding like they're saying hello honey. And they're all lovey-dovey. Scared it off again. What is that? My island is fussing at me. I have a feeling the reason why I keep getting so many tires is because there's so many things on the ground. Not confirmed, just a suspicion. I do wonder if that's a real mechanic, though. To be honest with you, I'm not sure why I even have all that stuff in front of my house. Like, I know the storage in this game sucks really bad, but I can at least sell what I'm not using and then buy it back later. Well, did I get a Switch 2 order in? No. Not yet. I would love to. What's up? No, I'm probably gonna have to turn up at my Walmart at 6 a.m. in the morning since it's not too far off from when I usually go to bed on a late night. And seeing if I can get in. I don't know, and I hope that my town is not the sort to camp out. I really hope they're not. We got people complaining about the price of the Nintendo Switch 2 and then turning up day one. Yeah, sure, you really were affected by that price. Really sticking it to the man. I told Fight Puppy I would like to have a Nintendo Switch 2 before my birthday. So, that's kind of the goal. And I work at Walmart, for crying out loud, so there's a pretty good chance I'll get one before it even comes out onto the floor. But that's just it. It has to come out to the floor first. Like, it has to be available to be sold. So if I miss this wave, I might get the next one. I'm catching this thing. I have no idea what it is, and I keep scaring it off. Drop the net. Hey, Guitaro. Got him. I actually caught him mid-flight. Wow. He flew off the tree, and I still caught him. That was actually pretty cool. No perfect run tonight of Animal Crossing. Nope. I had nowhere to run. I couldn't turn around in a full circle. Well, that was a waste of time. Just like something else. Moving on. One day I will catch an Anemo. And I'll put him inside my house. Referring to a snail. Because I keep finding snails. Because it keeps raining. And it's every freaking day. Like, every day that I've streamed on this game, in specific, like the days, it has been raining. And I'm a little confused. But, rain equals snails. Wow. Who doesn't like snails? I don't know. I don't like touching snails, like real ones. Ooey gooey, no idea what their body is even made of and what's touching me. That kind of bothers me, but they're cool to watch. Okay, say hi to Brewster. Brewster, bleh. So how are you tonight, Kitaro? Well, then I suppose you won't mind my special house blend too much, will you? Talkie talkie. This pigeon went from barely saying anything to talk talk talk. There you go, one fresh, yep. Copy paste message. Me and my Mario nose. What an odd flavor. A bit acidic, yet it's strangely refreshing. Now to sell all the bugs and fossils, and probably do some fishing. Oh, I forgot about the money rock. Oh, neat. We just went and got chicken. What the hell is that? Mahjong table? Huh? Mahjong table. It's like, oh yes, that would be a mahjong table. Yes. Sell everything. I'd sell everything. And the tire. Not bad. I'm probably gonna get hungry after a while because I ate 2 meals more or less back to back, and yeah, I'm gonna feel it later. Welcome, Z. Did you know Tuesday? Yep. Copy paste. Bye, Sable. I probably should clean up this place. I don't know if it has any bearing on what I fish out of the water. But I'm gonna run around and clean stuff up. And I'm honestly gonna sell everything out in front of my house. Except for the gyroids. The gyroids stay. Clean up. Clean up. Clean up. Villager using the pocket skill in Smash Bros. It can even pocket a Giga Flare. I think snails can only show up on regular, like, alive flowers. I don't think they've ever shown up on dead flowers. There we go. So we went to the card store today, as usual, on Wednesdays. Nothing crazy happened. We didn't have a tournament. We just kind of played casually. And, we played mostly the digital game of Pokemon TCG. Trying out my Lycanroc deck with the new setup. Found out today through my friend that there's a decent Shaman card that can help me in that deck. It's very cute. Apparently it has a full art. Prevents bench damage done to my Pokemon that don't have a rule box, which is interesting. So, if my Pokemon are not EX or anything, it will prevent the damage. So, it's pretty handy. Especially given how my friend fought me with a deck that could throw damage that was enough to knock out my Lycanrocs in one hit with no effort, hardly. So I was like, yeah, I need bench protection like this. So, there's that. Doesn't stop damage counters, though, because we still don't have an answer to damage counters. They're just going to continue to be a problem. But the new set for Destined Rivals, I'm kind of interested in the Ethan deck because, you know, there's like Pokemon Trainer Pokemon now. Again, it's happened before, but Ethan's Pokemon seems to be heavily focused on Fire type stuff, and I'm down with that. Especially now that, you know, there's apparently a Fire-type Emboar coming out in the future that has a very powerful ability for Fire types. So it's perfect. Yes. Check it out, Z-Wolf. I came up with a primo nickname for you. Don't you want to hear it, Bouquet? I'm scared. Tell me. Here it comes. Z-Dog! Okay, close enough. See? Killer, huh? From this moment on, you're Z-Dog. You gotta live up to that name, though, so remember to live large, Bouquet. Thank you for the name. I do wonder if characters will hit a character limit on the names if the person's name is too long. And they're like, I can't actually think of a good nickname for you because I don't know why. It's like my brain can't process that many letters at one time. Refresh? Oh boy. I'm gonna have to do that. Oh well, I'm just gonna close my browser. Okay, So I'm going to delete or sell everything that I'm not, well, okay, the icy shirt can stay. I'm gonna have to store some of this, I think. No, I'm selling everything. I need to get rid of all this stuff. Gotcha. Probably doing it all for no reason, but still, just to, I guess, satisfy my suspicion, I'm gonna sell everything and get all this junk off the ground. I don't know if that has anything to... Google it, Z. Yeah, I'm familiar with Night March. They actually tried to bring it back. There was not quite Night March, but at some point, actually, I think that's still in rotation right now, not Night March in specific, but the new one. It's called Unified Wings. For each Pokemon in play or in the discard pile or something like that, that had the attack United Wings, it did more damage or something. Okay. This is the... Okay, so you know how Google has like this AI overview thing now? Where it tries to gather information and coalesces it into one big result? Anyway, it says, having too many items dropped on the ground in Animal Crossing can affect your island's rating and potentially contribute to a less desirable environment, which might impact the overall cleanliness of your item, including your rivers. Clutter affects item rating, and dropped items included many times dropped. Dirty island can potentially impact how you feel about your river. Hold on. While having dropped items on the ground doesn't directly cause trash like items, boots, and cans to tires spawn in a river, you get those by fishing. It does make your island appear less... Well, okay, well that didn't really save anything, did it? Hold on. That seemed to went in a complete circle and, like, it went over itself. Like, it went back on what it said. Yeah, in some cases. So yeah, it doesn't seem to say whether, like, yes or no if that contributes anything to the rivers and oceans having trash in them. So I guess I'm left to believe whatever. But cleaning up is never a bad idea, I guess. I'm getting rid of my complex machine, too. Literally everything on the ground. Like, I have nowhere to put all that stuff, to be completely honest. And if I need to get it, I can just order it again. If I'm really that concerned. Which I'm kind of not, because design is the last thing on my mind. It's more or less just making progress and erasing that mortgage debt in the fastest way I can. So, I mean, that is ultimately the goal. So, designing things like my house is really not all that necessary. And besides, you can't really do a full-blown theme until basically late game anyway. So, like, for example, having an entire floor that was dedicated to the Regal type, or having an entire floor that was dedicated to the blue type, you know, just things that would make it a theme. So, really, if I need to do it, I'll do it. But, you know, I'll just order it. Yes, Mathilda? I almost bonked you. Hi, Z-Wolf. Would you like to see something? Of course you would. A super weird letter just appeared in my mailbox one day. Doing this, Mathilda, the less a person accomplishes in a day, the more he talks about during meals. But that's okay. Okay. It's like poetry or something. Sounds kind of stupid to me. Yes, Chief? Yo, Z-Wolf, you know how I always say harumph? Well, you want to help me come up with something less lame, harumph? Sure. Yo? Huh? Are you serious? Yep. Whoa, Devin! Whoa, Devin! Hey! Thank you for the raid! What were you doing? That was unexpected. Well, you get a shout out all the same. Thank you for the raid. I don't think you've ever been on the free art list, actually. Well, okay then. I mean, I'm gonna offer it the same I do with everybody. Would you like a free art spin on the art wheel for rating? NASCAR again. Okay. Yo. Isn't that a little too cheerful for me? Wait, hold on. Maybe it's perfect because no one will suspect it. Brilliant. I'll use it to further my mischievous designs on Zelatin. Well, good for you, Chief. I'm glad I made an impression. And he even noticed it was a bit cheerful. Now, that could have been just a complete coincidence. Good luck. Ah. Well, if you're... I'm pretty sure you're familiar with the rules, Devin. But now that you've missed, this means you get a bonus on the wheel for next time. Yeet. Ah! Dakota Raid 2! Hey, buddy. Red Heart Raid, what were you up to? Sorry, my dog was coughing there. How have you been, Dakota? What were you up to? Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool. I didn't really follow, I didn't really play Deltarune up to the chapter 2 or whatever, so I just kind of chose not to. So, I mean, it's not that I have anything against it. In fact, I'm probably going to watch somebody else play it. Just whoever is playing it. But yeah, that's cool. You enjoying it? Also, I need to know if you would like a spin on the wheel, because I'm now offering that to people who raid regardless if they're on the list or not. Just so they can build up more bonus points. That's good. Okay, listen, I know I'm trying to get rid of all this stuff, but I'm not getting rid of the Knight's Helmet. The Knight's Helmet stays. It's literally just the Elden Ring helmet. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to start adding people to the list as a bonus for raiding when they're already on the list. Instead of just spinning. So yeah, I'll do that. This way, regardless on if you're on the list or not, you get loyalty points of sorts. It's going. I was trying to get a Switch 2 earlier, and to no avail. It's not that it's sold out completely, but Walmart's website is refusing to update. You're kind of snail-like, aren't you, honey? Huh? Well, by snail-like, I mean, you know, cool. You're cool. I say that about a lot about my favorite people. You're all slow and snaily like a snail and stuff. Like, you know how it's hard to tell what a snail's thinking, right? What do you think? Nice expression, huh? I guess. What? Well, then write it down so you don't forget. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Chief also said this before. It's going well. Just trying to earn some money. Oh, okay. Good night, Zach. Sleep well. Cleaning up my island a bit because I had a suspicion that it had something to do with my fishing up more trash than usual, which I googled it and I got mixed results on if it's true or not. Me too. I'm dreading the idea of it, but with how my sleeping habits has been lately, it wouldn't be too far off for me to show up at the store at 6 a.m. I would just be really sleepy. Like, I can handle it because I've driven late night before. Like, I just don't know if it's gonna work out. And what's bad is that even if I do or don't get one, depending on how I sleep, I may just call out because I have to work that day. Like, I have to work tomorrow, Thursday. So that's kind of rough either way. I've worked a full shift on less than 3 hours sleep before, but I really shouldn't. Because what I was trying to do was order it for pickup. That way I could just pay for it online and then pick it up in the morning. But I can't even get the listing to show up. Here we go again. I'm gonna go check. Of course, when I Google it, it says it's out of stock. But when I look at when I go through the search, it says available now. And then when I click on it, it says other stuff. Like the website is very confusing right now. It doesn't make any sense. One listing says it's out of stock. One says it's available. So just doesn't seem like there's any point in messing with it right now. But I know for a fact that whenever I left work the other day, there was a confirmed 60 Nintendo Switch 2s. It's an oddly specific number. Well, for now, just Mario Kart. I don't really have an interest in Donkey Kong. But I'm definitely getting Pokemon Legends ZA when it comes out. And I will be playing Pokemon Scarlet a heck of a lot more because it's going to have perfect frame rate. Like, that's a big selling point to me. It's going to look so pretty now. It's more or less becoming the stand-in for Gen 10. Whenever that finally happens. First try. Let's go. So I have not seen Biscuit outside, which means I need to go check on him. And even though Gabby moved away, you know, I didn't even think to check if anybody else moved in. Nope. Gabby moved away, which is that other rabbit that really just wasn't all that impressive. But, yep. Hello, Biscuit. Whoa, 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 Z-Wolf. Dog? Your face looks horrible. Yeah. Sometimes I wish I could talk to people from other towns more, dog. You can invite friends over to visit our town. I know you have a lot of them. I wouldn't complain, not even if they gave me noogies. We're not doing that. It's impossible, for one. So, I would have been very amused if Biscuit somehow had a bee in his house again. Or, okay, so, for those lacking context, one stream, I think it was last stream, Biscuit wanted to buy a bee off of me by trading me a plaza tile, which is in no way the same value. So, it was actually a scam. But, I went ahead with it. And then later on in that same stream, on the same day in the Animal Crossing game, like, you know, the same exact day in the world, Biscuit's like, you know, Maple and so-and-so are buddy-buddy. We should be buddy-buddy too. And gives me, he's like, here, let this be between us. And he gives us the bee. He gives me the bee that I gave him. Like, he just randomly gives me the bee that I traded him. And I'm like, dude, what the heck? Well, I hit the rock, I shook the trees, it is now fish. Especially since it's raining. There you go. Whoa, what are you? A sweet fish. Time for fish. I keep telling myself, or saying to myself, man, I kind of wish Pokemon had a fishing game. And then I quickly retract when I realize that there's really not a whole lot of fish that are like the kind of fishing that I'm looking for. I'm thinking like this, you know, how it's like tap, 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 bloop, you know, and you know, the Pokemon variety, sorry, the fish variety would be kind of samey because, yeah, there's a lot of fish, or there could be very little fish, but the point is, they would basically, how do I put this? It wouldn't be the same as this, you know? I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like, if you're fishing and you pull up a Pokemon, it's like, oh, you caught a Pokemon, yay, and then you have to battle it. Or if the Pokemon had a visual in the water, that would kind of ruin it. You know, like, I would imagine if they did do like a shadowy fishing like this, it would have to be a blob shadow like these, and then it's like, oh, it's a Phoebus, you know. Just, I think it would be interesting if the fishing was a little more interactive, instead of just throwing the line out waiting. I guess that's kind of the same thing, but the exception being there's no graphics that show a shadow in the water. You know, I don't know. I'm just being... I think it would be interesting, is all. And, you know, the fish could have, like, bigger or smaller shadows based off both what they are or how maybe how rare they are to find. Like, if I see a giant shadow in the water, you're guaranteeing that's probably a Gyarados or something. But, if it's like a tiny thing, I mean, there's not, oh yeah, there is. I was gonna say, there's not even any tiny fish, but then I remember Tynamo's kind of a fish. Yes? Hey Z-Dog, listen, I know this comes out of the blue, but why don't you buy my grape stripe tea for 360 bells? Think of it as charity. Help me out, Bouquet. Okay. Sweet, now you're talking. You got a killer deal, I guarantee it. Catch you next time, Z-Dog. Oh. Daily horoscope. The new moon in Pisces will compel you to run around and shake every tree you come across. Well, that's a little ironic. I've been doing that non-stop since the start of the stream. Like, since the start of the entire series, I was shaking trees. See, Bass? Meh. Why do I even try? I mean, granted, 120 bells is still 120 bells, but at the same time, it's only 120 bells. It's really not all that worth it. Okay, hello, big guy. Yeah. Gar. Hey, Pogo. How's it going? I just jumped. I'm good. That's understandable. Ah. Well, see, that disproved it. I just picked up all that stuff, and I still got a boot. So, I guess garbage has nothing to do with what's on the floor. Eesh, there's an eel. I'll be honest with you guys, I kind of want to play CTR. But we're doing Animal Crossing. That's what was scheduled. Which actually wasn't scheduled. I stopped doing schedules a long time ago. I just kind of have it written up in my head on what I want to do and let it change out interchangeably when things happen. So it's like no, this is Animal Crossing. I don't want to cut Animal Crossing short. Plus, I'd have to figure out how to cut it up and send it up. I'd have to split the VOD and then upload it separately. Ooh. This is probably a sea bass. I should know better. Yep. But it just as easily could have been an olive flounder. In my defense, it could have also been an olive flounder. They may have been the same shadow size. Dang it. Yeah, that is what I was talking about. I can split it in half and then split the other half. And then just play CTR, but oops. Wait, why'd I do that? You know? That's so silly. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm going to see a legendary fish tonight. That's why I keep checking the shoreline. I mean, I guess you could say a gar is a legendary fish because it sells for a good penny. But like, have you noticed it seems to spawn in the same exact location? I think that's like the third or fourth gar, and all three or fourth times were in that large portion of the lake. Okay. I'm giving in. I'm gonna swap over to CTR. Make it a multi-stream. Whee! Plus, I don't think... Dakota, have you seen Crash Team Racing from me? Like, as far as how good I drive? Funny story about that. That's probably what you're referencing. So, before I even got my license, my mom had this old junker that, what we referred to as a junker was a car that was just not really all that good and didn't see that much use. Or just, you know, was on the brink of being inoperable. But she allowed me to drive, or rather, not, I guess it is driving. She allowed me to drive it around on the yard. And the yard was rather big, and there was these little trees on the outskirts of the yard. And I actually forgot to hit the brake once upon a time since I wasn't very familiar with it, and I did bump into a small tree, and my brother was like, "Oh my god, Z, you crashed!" And I'm like, "I didn't crash, I just bumped it." It wasn't even that hard. So I checked on Biscuit. Mathilda and Chief were outside, so all the characters I care about are not moving away currently, and we also have a character trying to move in. And that's yet to happen, so... Okay, I gotta say it like this, for those watching on YouTube. I had not heard that story before. Okay. Well, for those on YouTube, I'm switching over to Crash Team Racing, just because I'm in the mood, and it'll help me take my mind off of the whole Switch 2 BS. So, yeah. For those on YouTube, I'll see you next time.